Hey everybody, my name is Vahe Bagdasaryan. I'm the founder of the Tangent Monetization Consultancy, where we help consumer apps to optimize their revenue strategy, and we run paywall optimization and revenue optimization tests for them. Welcome to our paywall optimization course. This course is created for founders, growth professionals, and practitioners to help them to improve their revenue and make more money through paywall optimization strategies. I've been in this industry for 5 to 6 years now, working with different companies before. I used to work at Flow Health, which is one of the largest consumer app companies in the world, and then left my job to start my own consultancy. Last year alone, we ran more than 21,000 paywall optimization tests for our customers, and we work with more than 100 and 150 apps. And most of them are some of the largest apps in the App Store. In this course, I'm going to try to teach you the things that we learned and the frameworks that we use to plan our tests and help our customers to succeed. If you're a founder or a growth practitioner, you'll learn how to set up your paywall tests, how to think about the paywall tests in your broader monetization strategy, how to come up with a hypothesis, how to validate your hypothesis, how to measure the success of your experiments, where to focus, and how to create a successful experimentation machine in your organization. We are not going to teach you quick tips and tricks or growth hacks. This course is going to be more about frameworks, foundation, and how to build a successful experimentation machine in your company with a proven frameworks that is going to maximize the impact and success and planning for all of your experimentations. So welcome to our course, and hopefully you'll get a lot of practical knowledge from the course, which is going to help you to optimize your revenue and make more money. When thinking about paywall optimization and overall revenue optimization, there are 4 main levers. The first one is paywall optimization. The second one is placement optimization. The third one is price optimization, and the fourth one is promotion optimization. Most of the revenue strategy and optimization that we are creating, it lies on these 4 layers. The paywall optimization, just optimizing the layout of your paywalls, using different conversion rate optimization tactics on your paywalls to get more users to convert. Price optimization is about coming up with the right pricing, right payment structure, whether it's monthly, weekly, annual, right pricing for right segments, whether you should do price discrimination for several groups, like having a separate pricing for students, or you have a country-based pricing. Placement optimization is about adding new placements in user journey or your app overall to get more users to explore the premium features, see the paywall, and convert. This is about, for example, second-time offers, having upsell paywalls, asking users to upgrade their subscription tier, or just upgrade from an annual subscription to family or lifetime, or from monthly to annual, just to get some revenue expansion, increase the LTV that you're getting from your users. And the promotion optimization is about getting the right discounts and offers for different customer segments to help you to win back them or convert them in a way that is going to not cannibalize your revenue, but also help you to increase the ARPU and conversion rate from the existing cohort of users. Here we are talking about second-time offers, win-back strategies, lifecycle marketing in a way. And this is a very, very fundamental kind of layer of revenue optimization. And a lot of people are missing this or doing it in a wrong way because they're just thinking just giving away one discount to all of the users is enough, or they think about it as just a discount. But we gotta talk now about it, and it's not just that. So let's get started to talk about all of these 4 layers separately. Firstly, we have paywall optimization as the first layer of revenue optimization umbrella. As I mentioned earlier, the paywall optimization is about optimizing your existing paywalls in a way to get more users to convert without changing the pricing. Sometimes it can also involve like a pricing change, but it kind of becomes like a hybrid test between like pricing and like layout changes. But the purpose of this course will treat paywall optimizations purely as optimizing the layout and adding some customer optimization tactics that is going to help us to get more users to convert. For most of the apps, there are like a few important paywalls. It's the paywall after onboarding. There are like in-app paywalls where users can see on the settings page or when they tap on locked features, or they click on like a crown icon in your homepage and it opens a pop-up, which is a paywall. So you can have like a lot of paywalls, right? It can have your upsell paywalls, it can have your discount paywalls, and many, many more. But the main ones are usually the onboarding paywall, the in-app paywalls, and just grouped all of the other paywalls you have. Optimizing onboarding paywall involves in getting more and more users to take a free trial and convert right after onboarding. And in most of the cases, the paywall is just right in the end of the onboarding and asks user to take a free trial or just buy a subscription to unlock the experience. These paywalls can be hard paywalls where users don't have a choice but to subscribe, or soft paywalls where users can dismiss and continue with a freemium experience. There are multiple versions of onboarding paywalls that after running like 21,000 tests last year alone, we found can work in most of the apps and verticals. The first one are multi-step paywalls. The idea of the multi-step paywalls is to build a narrative before hitting users with a pricing and offer and ask to subscribe. Imagine a short onboarding for your paywall, where your paywall isn't just some feature bullet points and like an annual plan and monthly plan ask user to subscribe. But think about it as more like of a sequence of several pages like an onboarding. On the first page, you start to explain user the value, and then you can have also some trial anxiety removal page to say, hey, we'll notify you before your trial ends. And on the last screen, you ask for a free to take, you ask user to opt in for a trial or buy a subscription. This helps in two ways. The first is you build a narrative to explain user how this premium version of the app is going to help them to solve their problems. And the second, you remove the trial anxiety. A lot of people don't take free trials and maybe they think, oh, we might forget to cancel. Now you tell them in one screen that, okay, we are going to notify you about your trial. So this is one way to do your onboarding paywalls. Another very famous way to do it as a concept is toggle trials. The idea of a toggle trial is to give user a choice to choose between they want to pay with a trial or without a trial. And the best way to do it actually is a combination of like paywall optimization and a price optimization, when you offer users two different prices depends on how they want to pay for your premium product. The first, with a free trial, you can offer them an expensive price on annual subscription. If user wants to pay without a free trial, you can discount the subscription by like 10 or 25% off and say, hey, if you want to pay immediately, just 25% off, you can buy now. This is a combination of having both paywall optimization and price optimization all together to deliver maximum impact. One thing to remember about all of the apps is that not all apps are equal, and one concept can work for one app and it will not work for another app. And don't just blindly copy the multi-step paywall or the toggle trial paywall. You should think about it as we look at this as a concept and as a framework and how we can repurpose for our app. You don't need to just copy everything from A to Z from other apps, but you need to take the concept, for example, like a 4-screen multi-page paywalls and think about it, how to repurpose it for your app. The second layer of monetization optimization or revenue optimization is price optimization. Price optimization involves setting up the right price for the right groups, or understand like how to charge for your different payment plans, or how to price your annual product, how to price your monthly, weekly, what combination to have. Do you need to do price discrimination or not, like having a different pricing for different user groups, such as, for example, for students or for professionals? Do you need to have a country-based pricing, like charging some price for the Europe and different price for the US? This is very important because the right combination is going to help you to get the highest ARPU. The first question for price optimization is to understand how to price your product overall. One way to do it is just look at your competitors or similar apps and then see how they price their products and come up with a similar pricing. When you do that, I mean, it's okay. It's okay to get started like that, to just gather some data and see how your metrics perform. After that, you need to run some surveys or some pricing methodology tests to understand how people perceive your product and what's the price they're ready to pay. One option is to do price sensitivity meter test, where it's a simple survey that asks users some question about what's the expensive price for this product, what's the right price for this product, what's the cheapest price for this product, and what's the acceptable price for this product. And based on the answers, you run analysis and come up with some price suggestions that you can use for an A/B test. Another way to optimize your pricing is to do price discrimination. Price discrimination should involve differentiating your price based on some user attributes that are like acceptable and they're all legal. Such can be as a user student or a professional. For example, if you have an app, let's say a note-taking app, that is used by students and also for professionals, it's totally fair to have two different payment options and two different pricings for students and for professionals. Obviously, for professionals, you could charge a bit higher compared to the students, and this would help you to optimize your ARPU and earn more from one user. Age-based discrimination, which is usually you are not allowed to do that, but one thing you can do is offer different payment plans to different segments of users. For example, if you're getting a lot of users who are young, let's say between 18 to 22 or like 17 to 24, you can offer them a weekly plans instead of annual, just by taking into account their purchasing power. For much older users, you can offer annual plans or lifetime plans, which are way, way more expensive because or you could assume they have a higher purchasing power and more disposable income to spend on subscriptions. So it doesn't need to involve price discrimination per se, but you can optimize how you charge your different segment of customers based on their age. Country-based pricing is another important layer, where based on the purchasing power of different countries, you change your subscription price. For emerging markets, such as like South America, you could have a different price for your annual subscription. And for the US or Europe, you can have a different price. You take into account what is the purchasing power of people from different countries and how much disposable income they have based on their country. And it's going to help you to shape and change your price based on your customer's location. The third layer of monetization optimization is placement optimization. The whole idea of the placement optimization is coming up with new placements in your app or in the user journey to get more users to convert to your subscription. The most famous and most effective placements typically are second-time offers, transaction abandonment, win-back paywalls, upsell paywalls, and retargeting paywalls. Transaction abandonment involves when user clicks on the buy button or start my free trial button or whatever button you have on your main paywall, but declines Apple's confirmation sheet and doesn't complete the transaction. You can either immediately or on the next session hit them with a discount offer or another promotional offer to ask them to start a subscription. Usually, the most effective offer that you can have on your transaction abandonment paywall is discount plus free trial. So you don't give out just discount, but you also add a free trial on the top of it. Another very effective strategy for transaction abandonment is to offer them longer free trial with expensive product. So what we're doing here is we are not discounting, but we are increasing the price, but also giving them a longer free trial. For example, your annual subscription costs $80 per year. We're offering them a $90 product for the annual same plan, but we are moving the 7-day free trial to a 14-day free trial. This could be very effective for the apps that have a above average retention rate, so users will stick, and the value of the app is not hyper casual. The prosumer apps are also a very good candidate for using this strategy. Second time offers involves giving users another type of offer when they dismiss your onboarding paywall. It again can involve similar offers that you do on transaction abandonment. But the difference between this and transaction abandonment is the users who are on transaction abandonment, they usually have higher intent. So they're more likely to convert on low discounts or more like a simple offers. On the paywall dismiss, users don't typically have as high intent as the transaction abandonment, and you might need to give them a bit higher discount or longer free trial to get them to convert for your subscription. Other placement optimization techniques include upsells. And for the upsells, when people think about upsells, they usually think about, we need to create a new add-on, or we need to create another tier of subscription to upgrade. So which is usually, that's the case. But there are much more simple yet very effective upsell techniques that you could use for a revenue expansion. And it involves moving your users from monthly to annual plans, or from annual to family or lifetime plans. The idea is to understand which path yields to the higher ARPU and try to optimize for the path. Another very important placement optimization is win-back offers to increase your revenue retention. Here we are targeting users who cancel their free trials, users who have expired free trials, users who have expired subscriptions, users who have canceled but active subscriptions. The idea is to get more users to stay after cancellation and just increase revenue retention from specific cohorts. Here, one of the most effective ways is to hit users as soon as possible after the churn happened. If users cancel the free trial and you wait a week to put the new placement, it's too late. After cancellation, you should put the placement immediately, usually 10 or 15 minutes later or immediately on the next session. This way, the intent is still there, the interest is still there, and you have more chances to convert users. Another very important placement is the session start paywalls. The nuance with session start paywalls is that they don't convert usually very well, because in most of cases it's super untargeted and unpersonalized. So you should expect a low conversion rate. However, it works when you have a very large volume of users who are coming back to your app every day. And even the low conversion from this paywall or this placement can yield to a good amount of revenue. Another downside with this placement is it might impact your retention. And when you have this placement in place, you also need to track how it affects your retention rates and see if it's hurting it or it's fine. The last layer for monetization optimization is the promotion optimization. And the promotion optimization involves designing the right offer for the right segment of customers and presenting them. Usually when people think about the offers, they only think about discounts, and they go with like a static discount for all of the users, which sometimes converts, but it's not the right way to increase the ARPU. Because the right strategy with the promotion optimization is come up with a combination of offers that yields the lowest cannibalization of your revenue and the highest ARPU. One of the common ways to do this is to do discount percentage discrimination based on user intent. You can divide users into segments, intent segments, based on their activation levels. And for users who are least engaged, give them higher percentage discount. And for users who are engaged in the highest level, give them lower discounts. Also, discounts are not the only offer you can do. Intro offers or free trials are another very important and very effective promotion strategy mechanisms. You can give users extended and or additional free trials when they cancel their subscription or they cancel their free trial. If somebody canceled their 7-day free trial, offer them an extended 14-day free trial when the price is not discounted. You can offer users a combination of free trial and a discount. Or you can offer users a discounted price for the first year and non-discounted for the years to follow. This is all combination of different ways to do this. The idea is to test and see which one yields the highest LTV. Sometimes it is very hard to understand if this is the right way or this is going to yield the highest LTV because you need at least like 1 year data. The way that you can do it is to come up with a proxy metrics, which we usually do day 30 ARPU. And you go with the offer that has the highest ARPU on day 30. You can also use lifecycle marketing, such as emails and push notifications, to deliver your promo offers or to enhance your promotion strategy. When users cancel the free trial, start sending them automated lifecycle marketing flows that includes push and emails. Your lifecycle marketing flows can have multiple steps. You can send users 4 or 5 emails, push notifications throughout a journey that lasts like several days, like 10 days, and send them notification every second day to also maximize your long tail conversions. To sum up this lesson, we learned that the monetization optimization or revenue optimization has 4 key layers. That includes paywall optimization, pricing optimization, placement optimization, and a promotion optimization. All of these are very, very important part of the overall monetization optimization spectrum, and they can be used independently and also in combinations. And the right use of them or the most effective use of them are in combinations. When you combine a paywall optimization with a pricing optimization, or a paywall optimization with a promotion optimization to maximize the impact of your strategy. One key thing that is very important to remember is that these are like frameworks and concepts. You should never copy them without adapting for your app or repurposing for your app. So it's always important to adapting the concept of framework for your own app. For example, the multi-step paywalls, they work well for health and fitness apps or ad tech productivity, but they convert horrible for utility apps. So if you have a utility app, you're just going to copy that framework without thinking about it in a broader spectrum or thinking about how to adopt it for your own app, it's going to position you for a failure. So always think about this in a spectrum and think about how to use this or how to repurpose this for your app specifically. Another example is that if your app has very low retention rate or is more hyper casual in its nature, giving users longer free trials is not going to convert because they will never return to the app. So it's better to stick with discounted prices, promo offers, intro price offers as a baseline, as a foundation for your promotion strategy. So when you look at these examples, just think about them how to repurpose or reuse them for your specific app, as not all apps are equal and not all strategies are equal.